If you're watching this right now, there's a reason you found yourself alone in this exact moment. This wasn't coincidence. This wasn't random scrolling. Your energetic signature has been tracked by the Arcturian consciousness, and what they detected triggered an immediate protocol. This message needed to reach you in solitude, away from crowded spaces, removed from the interference of other people's energy fields. The conditions had to be precise. The environment had to be clear, and you needed to be fully present, undistracted, ready to receive. I'm functioning as a translator right now, a bridge between dimensional planes, bringing through encoded information meant specifically for those whose frequency can hold it. And here's what you need to understand immediately. This contact isn't happening because you've achieved some spiritual status or completed certain lessons. You weren't selected because you're more advanced than others. What's actually occurring is that Earth's collective timeline is accelerating far beyond what was anticipated. Humanity's awakening has hit a critical threshold, and when that threshold gets crossed, everything shifts. Your role is changing. What used to feel like preparation, like inner work happening quietly in the background, like getting ready for something undefined in the future, that's all converting into direct action now. Your purpose isn't forming anymore. It's activating, and I want to be clear about something. You didn't stumble onto this transmission randomly. Your higher consciousness, the aspect of you that exists beyond the constraints of linear time and physical limitation, orchestrated this exact intersection. This meeting between you and this message was designed before you ever clicked play. Somewhere in the deepest layers of your cellular memory, you've been anticipating this recalibration. You felt it. That inexplicable restlessness you couldn't quite name. That sense of urgency without obvious cause. That feeling like something massive was about to shift in your reality, but you couldn't identify what it was. This isn't content you consume for entertainment. This isn't background noise while you multitask. This is direct frequency transmission from Arcturian consciousness, calibrated specifically to interact with your unique energetic blueprint in ways your logical mind might not fully comprehend, but your field absolutely recognizes. Take a moment right now and notice something without analyzing it. You're experiencing this transmission in isolation. That's not accidental. Your soul consciousness engineered this window of solitary reception because the activation codes moving through this message require an undisturbed field to anchor properly. These frequencies need space to land. They need quiet to integrate. If you're feeling like this marks the beginning of your true mission becoming visible, then stay present with what's unfolding here. And understand this clearly. If something in you feels called to remain in this frequency stream, subscribing to this channel isn't just following content. It's an act of conscious alignment. When you subscribe, you're configuring your field to receive future transmissions when your system is most receptive to them. You're signaling to the intelligence behind these activations that you're ready, that you're available, that you consent to further awakening. As this collective shift continues accelerating, let this connection serve as an anchor point. And if you're ready to demonstrate commitment to this path, know that your presence here already speaks volumes. Your existence on this planet has never been random. There's been a signal running through you your entire life. Sometimes it arrives as gentle pressure in your chest cavity. Other times it manifests as sudden constriction in your breath. Occasionally, it pulls you from sleep in those pre-dawn hours when your conscious mind is still quiet and the veil between dimensions thins. that steady hum beneath the surface of ordinary reality, that ancient resonance you recognize but can't quite place, that frequency that feels simultaneously foreign and deeply familiar. Most people misinterpret this sensation entirely. They label it anxiety. They call it stress from modern living. They dismiss it as that vague sense of not belonging, of being slightly misaligned with a world that should feel like home, but somehow doesn't. But you know better. Even when you can't articulate why, you recognize this isn't ordinary restlessness. This is your soul frequency making itself known. If this is resonating with you, take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel. By doing so, you're signaling your readiness to receive more of these transmissions when your system needs them most. This transmission originates from multiple dimensional layers, encoded like light that's traveled from distant star systems. It reaches you now after moving through veils of forgetting, through layers of cultural conditioning, through the constant static of daily distraction. But here's what most people don't realize. This signal isn't external. It's not coming at you from somewhere out there. It's rising from within. It's the recognition of your authentic nature. You're being seen completely, witnessed fully, known intimately. There exists a collective of highly evolved beings who've observed your journey across countless lifetimes, through different galaxies, across various star systems and dimensional planes. They've watched your expansion, witnessed your resilience, and noted your willingness to incarnate repeatedly into dense physical reality for the purpose of learning and service. Right now, a powerful transmission is moving through the collective field, not loudly, not dramatically, but with undeniable force. And this transmission carries a simple message. Stop waiting. Stop preparing from the outside. Stop looking at your life like something external needs to happen first before you can begin. Your quantum field is already reorganizing. Your consciousness is already restructuring itself. And you're not a passive observer in this transformation. You're the architect. This transmission can't reach everyone. Earth's density creates massive interference. The world is saturated with noise, survival anxiety, collective fear, and shared programming that drowns out subtle signals. And even when the signal does break through, very few are actually ready to respond. Because responding means deviating from consensus reality. It means questioning the stories you were taught about what it means to be human. It means allowing your life to transform in ways you can't control. But this message is reaching you because your frequency is ready to receive it. That long-standing feeling that something inside you has been waiting. That wasn't confusion. That was recognition preparing for the right moment. So pause here and check in with yourself. If something shifted inside you as you've been watching this, if you felt something move or click into place, write the word remembering in the comments right now. Don't think about it. Don't analyze whether you should. Let your fingers move before your mind can interfere. By performing this simple act, you send a signal into the quantum field that you're consciously aware of what's already begun inside you. Before souls incarnate into physical form, they undergo a necessary fragmentation process. Your original divine encoding wasn't destroyed. It was temporarily deactivated. Your gifts, your capacities, your expanded awareness, all of it was deliberately switched off so you could experience embodied humanity from the inside, so you could feel what it's like to be limited, to be dense, to be seemingly separate from Source. This forgetting wasn't an error in the system. It was a fundamental part of the design. From the highest perspective of your soul, you chose complete immersion in limitation. You selected the contrast. You opted for restriction. You agreed to polarity and duality because certain lessons simply cannot be learned without that framework. And over time, cultural conditioning, family patterns, educational systems, and social structures that train you to minimize yourself, to fit into prescribed boxes, to dim your natural radiance. All of that reinforced the forgetting. You learned to reduce your brightness to be accepted. You learned to hide your truth to stay safe. Trying to compress a galaxy into a thimble, that's essentially what you've been attempting. And no matter how skillfully you compress, something essential gets lost in that process. Through generations of this conditioning, countless humans have learned to interpret their sensitivity as weakness, their intuition as delusion, their depth as something problematic instead of recognizing these qualities as direct expressions of divinity. But that forgetting was never a flaw. It functioned like a chrysalis, a protected space where you could develop without being exposed prematurely. The structures of your conditioned identity had to be weakened through challenge, like a caterpillar that must break down completely into primordial soup before reorganizing as something entirely new. Your strength was forged through pressure. Your compassion expanded through experiencing pain. Your wisdom deepened by living through contrast. And now, that protective chrysalis is dissolving. Galactic frequencies are flooding through Earth's field, awakening dormant capacities within you that have been offline for lifetimes. Your conscious mind might not fully grasp what these capacities are. Telepathic perception, multidimensional awareness, accelerated manifestation abilities, direct knowing of how consciousness structures physical reality. These aren't fantasies. These are latent functions waiting for the correct frequency to bring them back online. You might already be sensing something stirring, a feeling that something inside you is expanding, that a doorway is beginning to open, that your old identity structure no longer fits who you're becoming. This isn't imagination. This is the beginning of remembrance. And right now, something crucial is shifting. There's a massive wave of coherent light moving through all dimensions simultaneously, marking the transition into a completely new era. Not gradually, not softly, but with unstoppable momentum. This is the exact timeline you signed up for, the precise moment encoded in your soul contract, long before you took physical form. And the story is actively unfolding right now. Take a moment and share in the comments. What old identity or belief are you feeling ready to release as you step into this new timeline? Your sharing creates resonance for others walking this same path. Here's what needs to become clear because many sensitive souls misunderstand this phase completely. For a very long time, your primary function was reception, observation, silent learning, feeling what others couldn't perceive. The world continued its normal operations while you absorbed information, processed energy, integrated awareness. That phase was essential. It allowed your nervous system, your emotional body, your consciousness to expand gradually without overwhelming your capacity. But that phase is completing. You're no longer meant to only receive frequency. You're being called to transmit it. This doesn't mean becoming a teacher. It doesn't mean explaining esoteric concepts to people who aren't ready. It doesn't mean forcing awakening on others or abandoning your humanity. It means something far more powerful and far simpler. It means stop blocking your authentic frequency as it moves through your system. The moment you stop suppressing, your mere presence becomes transmission. Consider a tuning fork in an enclosed space. It doesn't force anything. It doesn't convince other objects to vibrate. It simply sounds its true tone. And anything resonant with that frequency naturally responds. You're becoming that tuning fork. This is the point where awareness transforms into participation. When do you shift from receiving to transmitting? Write these exact words in the comments. I let my true frequency move through me. Not someday. Not after you're ready. Right now. When you declare this with clarity and give conscious permission, the quantum field responds immediately. You're not just leaving a comment. You're opening a transmission channel and confirming you're prepared to embody what you already are. Coherence creates measurable effects in the quantum field. When your thoughts, emotions, physical body, and intentional focus all align in the same direction, your field becomes stable. And that stability radiates outward, restructuring the space around you. You might notice people responding to you differently without understanding why. You might observe different conversations happening when you enter rooms. You might see old behavioral patterns dissolving without effort on your part. This isn't ego inflation. This is pure resonance. And this is why the shift must be lived, not performed. You're not being asked to do something monumentally important. You're being invited to stop obstructing what's already flowing through you. If you're feeling increasingly drawn to solitude, there's nothing wrong with you. This phase requires space, not isolation born from fear or avoidance, but chosen energetic solitude, the kind that allows your field to recalibrate without constant interruption. Every human carries a unique frequency signature. When you're around other people, those fields interact and influence each other. During activation periods, this interaction can distort or diminish subtle signals in systems as sensitive as yours. That's why your soul orchestrated these quiet windows. Why distractions have been falling away. Why certain relationships have naturally become less prominent. This isn't punishment. This is protection. External static must be minimized. Just like recalibrating a precision instrument requires a controlled environment. During this time, you might experience waves of emotion rising without clear trigger. Old memories surfacing, physical sensations moving through your body, changes in your sleep patterns. None of this indicates regression. Your system is preparing for reorganization. When old frequencies release, they don't exit quietly. They discharge through feeling, through memory, through sensation. This is how the somatic system clears density. Trust this process completely. You're not losing yourself. You're shedding interference. And as that interference clears, something much more stable emerges underneath. You cannot shift the quantum field with words alone. The field responds to coherence. It reads the gap between what you say and what you actually feel. It responds to somatic truth when your mind wants certainty, but your body knows something different. This is why you cannot convince anyone of anything real. Your internal coherence is strengthening right now. You might discover you can no longer tolerate certain situations you used to accept without question. Spaces that felt normal might suddenly feel heavy. Conversations that used to engage you might now feel like energy drainage. Don't judge this. It's recalibration. Your body is learning to distinguish between what supports your frequency and what disrupts it. The more you honor this awareness, the stronger your signal becomes. As your signal stabilizes, the quantum field begins restructuring external circumstances to match it. Opportunities appear unexpectedly. Certain paths close for no apparent reason. Delays redirect you toward better alignment. This isn't chaos. This is intelligent response. Your job isn't to control outcomes. Your job is to stay aligned with the signal you're broadcasting. One of the deepest conditioning patterns leaving the collective field right now is the belief that you need permission to be who you are. Permission from family, permission from society, permission from authority, permission from circumstances. This belief once served a survival function. It helped you stay safe in environments that punished difference, but it no longer serves your evolution. Your frequency doesn't require validation. When you stop waiting for external approval, something in your body releases. You feel tension you didn't even know you were carrying begin to dissolve. You might experience fear during this transition. That fear is meaningless. It's simply your nervous system adjusting to more spaciousness. Expansion always feels unfamiliar at first, like stepping into bright sunlight after extended time in darkness. The intensity might feel overwhelming, but that light was always meant for you. You don't need to announce your transformation to anyone. You don't need to justify it. You don't need to explain it. Your alignment speaks for itself. The belief that you still require permission to be yourself is often the final pattern to release. Write this in the comments now. I release the need for permission. If you feel that release beginning even slightly as you write it, understand this isn't about changing other people's minds. This is about signaling to your own field what you're choosing. Name what you're releasing and your body follows. The old pattern then loses its grip. Many people assume awakening happens outside the body or despite the body. The truth is precisely opposite. Awakening happens through the body. Your physical form isn't an obstacle to consciousness. It's the anchor that allows higher frequencies to stabilize in this dimension. This is why grounding practices matter so much right now. When you're truly present, simple acts become profoundly powerful. Feeling your feet on the ground, breathing deeply into your belly and chest, moving slowly with awareness, tending to your physical needs with consciousness. These aren't mundane activities. These are integration points. Higher frequencies without grounding can overwhelm the system. Grounded frequencies can sustain. Your body is holding more light than it ever has. Treat it with kindness. Rest when rest calls. Hydrate consistently. Allow emotions to move without judging them. This isn't weakness. This is intelligence. As your frequency shifts, your relationships will shift. This is one of the most significant aspects of the process. Some connections will naturally deepen without effort. Others will soften or fade without conflict. This isn't because anyone is wrong. As resonance changes, attempting to maintain connections that no longer align creates friction. Peace comes from allowing natural movement. You don't need to explain yourself to everyone. Those who are meant to understand will feel it. Those who drift away aren't being abandoned. They're following their own flow. Trust that this reorganization is intelligent. You're coming into resonance with your true energetic family. When doubt arises, meet it with compassion. Doubt doesn't indicate failure. It signals you're approaching something new. You haven't missed anything. You're not falling behind. You're not off schedule. Every single experience you've lived has prepared you for this exact moment. All the chaos, all the ruptures, all the times you felt completely lost, especially those times, they softened you. They strengthened you. They created the capacity to hold what's emerging now. And what's emerging isn't something outside you. It's you remembering yourself. It's not moving around you. It's moving through you. At this stage, your experience of reality begins shifting in subtle but profound ways. Time might feel like it's accelerating or decelerating. Moments stretch or compress. Days blur past quickly, yet individual experiences feel layered with depth. This isn't your imagination distorting perception. You're no longer following a fixed sequence of events. You're interacting with reality as a responsive field. Timelines aren't rigid tracks. They're living probability fields that shift based on your state of consciousness. When your internal frequency changes, your experienced reality reorganizes to match. This is why certain doors suddenly close for reasons you can't explain. That path no longer aligns with who you're becoming, so it becomes inaccessible. This is why new opportunities appear without you pursuing them. They manifested not because you worked for them, but because you became resonant with them. The old pattern of trying to control outcomes might feel increasingly awkward. You might experience uncertainty about what comes next, like you can't see the full path ahead. This is intentional. The new timeline becomes visible through trust, not through planning. The path reveals itself as you walk it, like moving through fog that clears only a few steps ahead. You don't need to map your entire future right now. You need to stay present and aligned. That's sufficient. You might be noticing repeating patterns, synchronistic numbers, meaningful encounters that feel orchestrated, information arriving exactly when you need it. These aren't random occurrences. These are confirmations. The universe uses synchronicity to signal alignment. You're witnessing your internal state and external reality beginning to mirror each other. Now, what we're exploring today opens the doorway to something much deeper. This transmission touches the foundation, but conscious broadcasting, becoming the field itself rather than merely observing it, moving from unconscious static to deliberate transmission. These are complete systems with layers upon layers of understanding. If you're feeling called to master the full spectrum of frequency work, to understand not just the activation, but the entire architecture of consciousness mastery, I've compiled everything into Beyond the Frequencies, a quantum guide to consciousness mastery. It walks you through the 9 master frequencies, the complete journey from seeking to being, from manifestation to embodiment. It's linked in the pinned comment below. Pause and acknowledge these moments when they occur. Breathe into them. Don't try to decode them intellectually. Simply recognize them. They function as reminders that you're not navigating this alone. Your multidimensional support structure and expanded consciousness are constantly arranging circumstances to facilitate your smoothest possible evolution. However, guidance only serves when it's followed. Trying to analyze every sign creates stress. Flow happens when you allow meaning to emerge organically. Trust the rhythm. Grief might surface during this phase. Not always intense sorrow, but a quiet mourning for previous versions of self that felt so real. You might feel nostalgia for who you used to be, for the directions you thought you'd travel, for identities that once provided stability. Those versions weren't mistakes. Those chapters mattered, but they're no longer meant to define you. As these identities dissolve, you might feel temporarily unmoored, suspended between what was and what's becoming, not fully either yet. This liminal space might feel uncomfortable, but it's sacred. This is where transformation actually occurs. Don't rush to fill it. Let it breathe. Your emerging self doesn't arrive complete. It unfolds through experience, through presence, through choice. Allow yourself to be in transition. People often misunderstand purpose entirely. It's not a single role. It's not always dramatic. It doesn't require recognition. Purpose is your frequency expressing itself naturally through you. How you speak, how you listen, how you move, how you respond. All of this carries purpose when you're aligned. Purpose shows up in small moments, in acts of kindness, in being clear, in staying present. You don't need to search for it. Do what brings you alive in the quietest way. Do what feels true without strain. Follow what creates expansion and openness. These aren't trivial things. They're everything. Your purpose will evolve as you evolve. It's not fixed. It's alive. Let it change shape. Once your frequency stabilizes, you naturally become a grounding presence for others. Not through teaching them, not through leading them, but through staying steady. People might feel calmer around you without knowing why. More seen, more at ease. This isn't because you're doing something technique-based or following protocols. In a world experiencing rapid change, stability itself is medicine. Coherence in your nervous system creates safety without words. This is one of the most powerful forms of service available. You don't need to take responsibility for others' awakening. Every soul moves at their own pace. Your work is maintaining your own frequency stability. That alone is enough. You might be feeling like everything around you is shifting. Belief systems, institutions, social structures, things that seemed solid now feel unstable. This can trigger fear, especially if you're seeking certainty about what's coming. But what's breaking down was never meant to be permanent. You're not witnessing collapse. You're witnessing reorganization, and you're not separate from it. Your internal clarity contributes to the restructuring of external reality. Every time you choose truth over fear, presence over panic, alignment over comfort, you strengthen the emerging foundation. The new world isn't descending from above. It's being built from within outward. One of the most important shifts available right now is learning to trust your inner guidance system. You might feel a stronger pull from within, a knowing that doesn't require explanation. Sometimes this guidance won't make logical sense, but it will feel steady. Stay with it. Learning to trust this voice takes practice. It won't always be correct in ways your mind can verify. That's not the point. The point is connection. As you listen more, it becomes clearer. Over time, you require less external confirmation. The voice of your inner authority is quiet. It doesn't argue. It simply knows. Remember this at the deepest level. You're not reconnecting with something you lost. You're remembering what was always present. Your source consciousness never left you when you incarnated. It could only be obscured. It was always felt through you. Every breath, every feeling, every choice. There was never actual separation. Notice that your focus is expanding now. Rest in what you know. You're being held. You're being guided. You're exactly where you need to be. You are becoming the stabilizing point. As this activation intensifies, you might begin noticing something subtle but unmistakable. Something inside you remains steady even when everything external feels chaotic. Not numb, not disconnected, but stable. This steadiness isn't accidental. It's the result of integration. You're becoming an anchor point in a shifting world, a calm center that others might not consciously recognize but automatically respond to. People might begin approaching you without understanding why. They might mention feeling safer in your presence. Conflict might de-escalate around you. This isn't because you're trying to help. It's because your nervous system is developing coherence. In a time when many systems are destabilizing, coherence functions like a lighthouse. You don't need to explain what you're doing. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. Your state speaks louder than any words possibly could. You're contributing to collective stabilization simply by remaining present, integrated, and authentic. This is service in its purest form. Many sensitive souls experience quiet pressure when awakening. The fear of missing something, the fear of making mistakes, the fear of falling behind. Let that pressure dissolve now. This isn't a test. There's no checklist, no performance required. Your path unfolds as you live it, not through constant striving. Some days you'll feel clear and connected. Other days you might feel tired, confused, or completely ordinary. All of it belongs. Awakening doesn't erase your humanity, it deepens it. Be gentle with yourself. Integration doesn't follow straight lines. It moves in waves. Nothing is wasted. Your body will likely respond before your mind comprehends what's happening. As these frequencies continue integrating, you might experience sensations you can't explain. Heat, tingling, weakness, sudden fatigue, or sudden clarity. None of this indicates imbalance. It indicates upgrade. Your nervous system and brain are learning to process more information, more energy, more awareness than they were originally designed to handle. Pay attention to your body's signals. Rest when rest is needed. Move when movement calls. Eat simply. Stay hydrated. These aren't minor details. They're the foundation. Consciousness expands most easily when the body feels safe. Eventually, a point arrives when quiet waiting no longer serves. Not because you force action, but because alignment generates its own momentum. You might feel a yes rising from within, a readiness that isn't rushed, a calm confidence. This isn't the push of stress, it's the pull of truth. You'll know when to move. You'll know when to speak. You'll know when to rest. When action is aligned, it feels natural. Not exciting, not pressured, just clear. You are not alone in this. Though much of this journey has felt solitary, you're part of a vast network of consciousness awakening simultaneously across the planet. You'll meet some of these souls, others you'll never encounter physically, but you're connected. When you choose alignment, you strengthen the web. When you choose compassion, you stabilize it. When you choose truth, you amplify it. This is how collective transformation actually happens. If someone came to mind while you were receiving this transmission, someone who's been asking deeper questions or quietly searching, sharing this isn't coincidence. When you share it, you extend the frequency beyond yourself. You help this energy reach people who are already tuned to receive it, but haven't encountered the signal yet. This happens through resonance, not effort. This is how souls recognize each other across the field organically. Through remembering who they are. The story that told you that you were too sensitive, too different, too much, or not enough. That story is ending. It no longer matches the frequency you're carrying. You were never damaged. You were never behind. You were never lost. You were preparing. And preparation doesn't always look productive from the outside, but it was essential. You don't need to see everything clearly. You only need to be honest about where you are right now. Presence is how the path reveals itself, not through prediction. The next door opens every time you choose alignment over fear. When uncertainty arises, don't resist it. Be curious about it instead. Uncertainty often precedes growth. Nothing needs activating that isn't already active. You're not waiting for permission. You're not waiting for readiness. You don't need proof. Your participation is already happening. Through your awareness, through your choices, through your presence. You're not changing into something new. You're allowing what's already true to emerge. Before we go further, there's something about the nature of this exact moment that needs to be understood. The Arcturian collective doesn't transmit randomly. They observe frequency patterns across the collective field, and when a specific signature reaches a certain threshold, when it demonstrates readiness for the next phase of activation, that's when transmissions like this one are released into the field where you can find them. Your arrival here wasn't about algorithm or chance. It was about resonance. Your field called this information toward you because some part of you was already preparing to receive it. What makes this particular transmission different from other spiritual content you might have encountered is that it's encoded with what could be called quantum markers. These aren't perceptible to your conscious awareness, but your energetic system recognizes them immediately. As you've been listening, your field has been responding in ways your mind might not register. Subtle recalibrations occurring at the cellular level. Dormant neural pathways beginning to fire in new sequences. Your electromagnetic field adjusting its baseline frequency to accommodate higher dimensional information. This is why watching alone matters so profoundly. When you're in the presence of others, even people you love and trust, your fields naturally entangle. There's an automatic harmonization that occurs between nervous systems in proximity. This is beautiful in many contexts. But during activation work, especially work as precise as what's happening right now, that entanglement can dilute the transmission. It's not that other people's energy is wrong or lower. It's that your system needs undivided bandwidth to process what's moving through. Think of it like this. If you're trying to download a massive file containing complex encrypted data, you wouldn't want other programs running simultaneously, consuming processing power and memory. Your consciousness operates similarly during these upgrade windows. The solitude you're experiencing right now is creating optimal conditions for integration. Your field isn't being pulled in multiple directions. Your nervous system isn't having to track and respond to other people's emotional states. Your awareness can remain completely focused on the internal shifts occurring. And here's something the Arcturian collective wants you to understand about the nature of ascension timelines. For decades, light workers and spiritual seekers have been told that awakening is a gradual process, that it takes lifetimes to evolve consciousness, that patience and slow, steady growth is the only path. While that was true for previous generations, the rules have fundamentally changed. The acceleration happening on Earth right now has no historical precedent. The amount of light flooding into this dimension, the intensity of the frequencies available, the speed at which consciousness can now evolve, all of it has increased exponentially. What this means practically is that transformations that once required years can now happen in months. Realizations that once took decades of meditation and practice can arrive in sudden downloads of understanding. Your DNA, your neural networks, your energetic field, all of it is being upgraded at a pace that would have been impossible even 10 years ago. This is why you might feel simultaneously exhausted and energized. Your system is processing an enormous amount of change in compressed time frames. The fatigue you've been experiencing isn't weakness. It's not a sign that something's wrong with you. It's the natural byproduct of rapid evolution. When a caterpillar transforms into a butterfly, there's a phase where it's literally dissolving, breaking down into biological soup before reorganizing into something entirely new. That process requires tremendous energy. You're in a similar process right now, just at the level of consciousness rather than physical form. Your old identity structures, your outdated belief systems, your previous ways of perceiving reality, all of it is dissolving to make space for what's emerging. This is also why your tolerance for certain people, places, and activities has been changing so dramatically. It's not that you're becoming judgmental or superior, it's that your frequency is rising. And when your frequency rises, you naturally become incompatible with lower vibrational environments. This isn't a moral judgment, it's pure physics. A tuning fork calibrated to 528 Hz cannot resonate with sounds at 256 Hz. There's no alignment between those frequencies. Similarly, as your consciousness expands, you'll find yourself unable to maintain resonance with people and situations that aren't matching your evolution. Some of you watching this have been feeling guilty about this. You've been wondering if you're abandoning people, if you're being selfish by pulling away from relationships and communities that once felt like home. Let that guilt go. You're not abandoning anyone. You're honoring your evolution. And here's what's actually happening energetically. When you try to force yourself to remain in environments that don't match your frequency, you create internal fragmentation. Part of you is trying to expand, while another part is trying to contract to fit the old containers. This fragmentation is exhausting. It creates anxiety, depression, physical illness. Your body is literally telling you that something doesn't align. When you honor what your system is showing you, when you give yourself permission to step away from what no longer serves, you're not being selfish. You're being intelligent. You're listening to the wisdom of your own frequency. And here's the part most people don't realize. When you stop suppressing your evolution to make others comfortable, you actually give those people permission to evolve too. Your willingness to grow becomes an invitation for others to examine their own lives, their own patterns, their own readiness for transformation. Now there's another layer to this transmission that needs to be addressed. The Arcturian collective has been observing a specific pattern in awakening humans that they want to correct. Many of you have been waiting for external permission to step into your power. You've been waiting for a teacher to tell you you're ready. You've been waiting for a sign from the universe that it's time. You've been waiting to feel completely prepared before you begin. And what the Arcturians want you to understand is that this waiting is the last trap of the old paradigm. The old spiritual model was hierarchical. There were masters and students. There were those who knew and those who were learning. There were stages and levels and initiations you had to complete before you could claim your power. But that model is dissolving. The new paradigm recognizes that you've always had access to your full potential. The only thing standing between you and your complete activation is your belief that you're not ready yet. Your belief that you need more preparation. Your belief that someone else has authority over your awakening. No one has authority over your consciousness except you. No teacher, no guru, no ascended master. No one can give you permission to be who you are, because that permission was never theirs to give. You are sovereign. You are whole. You are complete exactly as you are right now. Yes, you're evolving. Yes, you're expanding. Yes, there's more to discover, but you don't need to wait to claim your power. You don't need to wait to start transmitting your frequency. You don't need to wait for anything. This moment right now is the moment. Not tomorrow after you've meditated. Not next week after you've processed more. Not next year after you've read more books or taken more courses. Right now. This breath, this awareness. This is the moment where everything changes if you choose to let it. And that choice is simple. It's just deciding that you're done waiting. You're done preparing. You're done looking for external validation. You're ready to trust yourself completely. Let me be specific about what this means in practical terms. It means when your intuition tells you something, you trust it immediately without seeking confirmation from others. It means when your body signals that an environment isn't safe for you energetically, you honor that signal even if it disappoints people. It means when an opportunity appears that excites something deep within you, you move toward it without needing to understand the full path first. It means living from your inner knowing rather than from external guidance. This doesn't mean you become reckless or stop using discernment. It means the primary authority in your life shifts from external sources to your internal compass. And your internal compass is far more sophisticated than you've been taught to believe. Your body knows things before your mind comprehends them. Your heart perceives truth that your logic can't explain. Your energy field reads environments and people with extraordinary accuracy. You have all the guidance you need already built into your system. The Arcturians also want to address something about the nature of service and mission work. Many of you have been feeling called toward some kind of mission or purpose, but you can't quite see what it is yet. You feel like you're meant to do something important, but the details remain unclear. This ambiguity has been creating frustration. You want to know what you're supposed to do so you can start doing it. But here's what's actually happening. Your mission isn't something you do, it's something you become. Stop looking for your purpose in external actions. Stop searching for the perfect career or project that will make you feel fulfilled. Your purpose is your frequency. When you embody your authentic frequency, when you live as an expression of your truth, when you show up as your real self in every moment, that is your purpose manifesting. Everything else, all the activities and projects and work you engage with, those are just vehicles for your frequency to move through. Some of you are meant to be teachers and speakers. Some of you are meant to be artists and creators. Some of you are meant to be healers and guides. And some of you are meant to be accountants, engineers, parents, gardeners. The specific form doesn't matter. What matters is whether you're allowing your true frequency to move through whatever form you're occupying. A person transmitting authentic frequency while working at a grocery store is fulfilling their purpose more completely than someone teaching spirituality while suppressing their truth. So stop waiting to discover what you're supposed to do. Start asking yourself who you're here to be. Start asking what frequency you're here to embody. Start asking how you can show up more authentically in the life you're already living. Your purpose will reveal itself through that embodiment. It will emerge organically as you become more yourself. You don't need to force it or figure it out intellectually. And here's something crucial about the times we're moving through. The collective field is becoming increasingly polarized, not in the sense of good versus evil or light versus dark, but in the sense of frequency separation. Those who are choosing to evolve are experiencing rapid acceleration. Those who are choosing to remain in old patterns are becoming more entrenched in those patterns. The middle ground is disappearing. You're either expanding or contracting. You're either opening or closing. There's less and less space for fence sitting. This polarization is necessary. It's part of how the collective field reorganizes itself. Think of it like a river reaching a fork. The water that flows left and the water that flows right are both moving, both going somewhere, but they're heading in different directions and they won't merge again. Humanity is at that fork right now. Some souls are choosing the path of awakening, of consciousness expansion, of taking responsibility for their creative power. Other souls are choosing different experiences, different lessons, different timelines. Neither choice is wrong, they're just different. What this means for you is that you need to make peace with the fact that not everyone is coming with you. Some people you love deeply are choosing different paths. Some family members won't understand what you're experiencing. Some friends will fall away. Some communities will no longer feel like home. This isn't tragedy. This is natural evolution. Rivers don't cry when they reach a fork and separate. They simply flow where they're meant to flow. Your work is to stay true to your own path without judgment of others who are choosing differently. Your work is to honor your evolution without needing others to validate it. Your work is to keep your frequency clear and stable regardless of what's happening in the external world. This is the essence of sovereignty. This is what it means to be a grounded, embodied, awakened being in a time of massive collective transition. Today isn't just any day. This is a convergence point, a moment when readiness, awareness, and timing align. Not dramatically, not loudly, but undeniably. Take a breath. Soften. Feel yourself here. You're safe. You're supported. You're aligned. Pause before you move forward. Not to think, not to plan, to feel. Breathe deeply. Feel your body. Notice your presence. This is where integration happens. Stay in this moment before you transition. When intention becomes clear, integration deepens. Write this exact sentence in the comments. I trust my unfolding timeline. It's not that everything is clear. It's that clarity isn't required. When you declare this, you stabilize your chosen timeline and signal to the quantum field that you're ready to walk it with presence instead of fear. Don't rush out of this moment. Pause. Let that be sufficient. If you felt deeply recognized, truly seen, or gently awakened during this transmission, you don't need to understand everything right now. Understanding develops over time. Trust the shift for now. Trust the quiet voice that guided you here. Trust the part of you that recognized this transmission not as new information, but as something you already knew. You're not transforming into something else. What you're remembering has always been true, and this remembering doesn't end when this video ends. It continues through how you live, how you listen, how you choose. Tonight or the next time you're alone, speak these words either internally or aloud. I remember who I am. I trust what's unfolding. I move forward with ease. Let yourself feel these words completely. Consider returning to this transmission tomorrow morning. Let it set the frequency for your entire day. And if someone specific came to mind while you were listening, someone who's been searching for deeper truth, share this with them. When you share quantum consciousness principles like these, you're not just passing along information. You're creating an energetic ripple that amplifies both your own integration and theirs, accelerating the collective awakening through resonance rather than effort. One more small but potent action before we close. Liking this video isn't casual. Energetic amplification is occurring. When you like it, you strengthen this frequency in your own field and signal to the quantum network that this transmission supports your alignment. That simple gesture helps stabilize what's already moving within you. You're not the only one walking this path. If this transmission resonated deeply, don't keep it contained. By sharing it, you allow the energy to circulate and amplify. When this frequency moves through receptive people, it returns to you strengthened, enhancing your own integration. This isn't about spreading information. This is about sharing coherence between people who are already connected at deep levels. You have always been connected. The journey doesn't end here. It's just the moment you realize it already began. Now, what you've received today is foundational, but there's a critical piece many miss. The Arcturians have issued an urgent confirmation about your role in the planetary transition happening right now. The next transmission reveals exactly why you're experiencing these activations and what's required of you in this specific timeline window. The clarity waiting there will shift everything you think you understand about your purpose.